Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
Hey, yo, what's good, my peeps? Welcome to Startup Masters, a place where you could drop or you're going to receive the dopest content, the best ideas, and just some sheer good energy so that you can go out there and be great in the world. I'm your host, Kalia Guillory, also known as KG, and I'm so happy you decided to spend an hour of your time with us. Hey, listen, you can also follow me on KOG Speaks. That's on Facebook, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn, because, listen, we all in this thing together. We all about the community of unity. What's up, G?
What up? What's good?
I'm good.
What's good?
I'm good.
That's how we're going to start this off. Let's get it going. What's up, everyone who's tuned in to Startup Masters today? We're talking about the ins and outs of being your own business owner, being your boss, being an entrepreneur, following your dreams, your passion. I am your co-host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. We're everywhere at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. And I want to say what's up to all those on Facebook Live right now. I see you all. LaShawn Lee, which is my sister. Hello, sister. I love you. Laurinette Lewis from A La Carte. She's tuned in. So make sure y'all hit the share button. Let your family, friends, colleagues, your haters, everybody, let them know where you can find us right here on Startup Masters. And we got a great show for you each and every week. This is what we do, KG.
This is what we do. This is what we're here for. We're here so that everybody out there that's thinking about starting a business or even have a business as a seasoned vet, they don't have to make the same mistakes that we have. We don't want to get skinned up to the white meat.
Not
Team no white meat.
Exactly.
Team no white meat.
We've been there. It's far too many times have we had to learn from our own mistakes. It's time for other people to benefit from the things that we have learned. We didn't go through it for any. We've got to pay it forward. Folks, for those that are watching, you're in your car right now listening, you've got to learn to pay it forward. You've learned great things over time. Save someone else that stress and heartache. Help them make the right decisions the first time. That's what we do right here every week. Startup Masters.
Relationship currency,
That's what we do. That's what we do. But we've got a great show. One of the reasons we've got a great show, because someone in this house has known me longer than anyone else in this house.
Oh,
someone in this house has seen
Larry
me
got
grow
some dirt.
up.
Larry got some
from
dirt
from the teens, shall I say? Someone in this house has known me for decades. And I've known this man for decades. I've known this man in the real estate game for decades. Some might even call him the king of real estate. I mean, I've heard the term float around. I've heard it a few times.
I've seen it on print.
I've seen it a few times. This young man who's empowering people through quotes with his own book. This young man who's becoming that life coach, that motivational speaker. This young man who is literally changing lives. I want to introduce you all, for those that are tuned in right now. I want to bring you to the table. Sit with us. Come dine with us. Feast with us. With the real estate king, Mr. Larry Brooks. What's up, Larry?
Mr. Larry Brooks.
Hey, I love that introduction. I just need you to tag along with me wherever we go.
Hey, we can make that happen.
Yeah,
Get some riders taken care of. We can make that
I know riders. That boy hit that rider fast.
I got
He
two
did,
things I need.
we can make some things happen, right?
I can get that
That per
ride.
diem in the right place,
Hey, hey, man, it can happen,
Yeah.
brother. But
Yes,
man,
yes.
thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining us. it feels good to see people that I grew up with doing things to not just make themselves powerful, not just put dollars in their own pocket, but motivate and uplift others. To be a resource to others. That's powerful, man. So I just want to say thank you so much. I truly appreciate that, brother. I truly appreciate that. For those that are tuned in, if you don't know the script, this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to take you through this journey with the real estate king, Mr. Larry Brooks, Mr. Empowering Quotes for the entrepreneur and you, Larry King. We're going to have these conversations here from the creation of time through where Mr. Brooks is at today, all the way to what we expect things to be, what we foresee things to be, what that insight has told us things are going to be in the future. You ready to take them on this journey, Larry?
I'm ready to take them on this entrepreneurship journey.
Let's do it. KG, you ready over there?
I'm ready. Look, I'm like, come on, come on, Larry, give it to me. Serial entrepreneur. I got so many questions for Larry.
Indeed. So, Larry Brooks, tell everyone watching, everybody that's tuned in on Facebook, let us know where you were at when you said, you know what? I need to create a real estate firm. I need to become an author. I need to motivate people to be the best they can be. What was going on in your life when those premonitions started to occur?
Wow. So, that's so I will go back instead of going too deep, because I actually learned the entrepreneurship game from my grandmother. My grandmother was the neighborhood Cool Cup lady.
Cool Cup lady.
Yeah, I had the Cool Cup lady in my house. So I had an opportunity to see the vision of having your own business and your own money's coming in from that part-time job of watching my grandmother do it as the Cool Cup lady.
Yeah.
But I'll fast forward a little further, and what I ended up doing is when I was in college. I'll take it a little further back. So I was actually one of those people that was a stereotype. Oh, you got to be a great athlete in order to get out of the hood. Mm-hmm. I was a great athlete. I got an $80,000 scholarship. I got out of the hood. So that afforded me an opportunity to go and get a degree from Stephen F. Austin.
Nice. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate that, yo. And so shortly after that, I graduated during the time period that we had companies like Enron and Dynasty that were going out of business. Mm-hmm. So when I got into real estate, it was only because my best friend at the time was in it, and I didn't have any other choice. Like I didn't see any other vision, because I had a business and marketing degree. No one was taking on newbies, because you had people that were coming out of companies, Fortune 500 companies, that were willing to take the same $30,000 as a newbie of myself coming out of college.
Sure. Yeah.
So I got into this business of real estate, and I'm like, my friend is doing good, I'm gonna do good. Well, at that time, mentoring and coaching wasn't a popular thing. You didn't see it that often. Like now you see it everywhere, but then you didn't. So it was like, get in this office, make these cold calls, knock at these doors, and figure out how to win. Yeah. Right? And it wasn't easy. That was it. And the funny thing about real estate at that time, it was a business where the average age of a person in the business was 58, because it was a second career. So you got me 21, 22 years old getting in. My peers, they wasn't buying houses at that time. They were badly trying to find apartments, if not moving back home with moms.
With 4 roommates,
right?
Exactly.
So I'm in this business that in the beginning was a very, very much of a challenge for me. So I went in and door knocking. All the work that I was putting in, it was working. I just couldn't see it working. Sure. So as I was going into it, I ended up getting like a little part-time call center job. And held that part-time call center job for a little while until I was able to break through. So it took me about 6 months to 9 months before I actually broke through and was being successful. Now, going through that small time period, I like to tell people, because I don't want anyone to believe like it was overnight that this thing happened.
Talk about it.
But what ended up happening is I ended up doing that short time period where I had my real estate license, because it was the only job I've ever had. Got the part-time job, was subleasing an apartment from my cousin because I got evicted from my apartment when I first got back, because guess what? Deals wasn't closing. Yeah. And so one day, one of the biggest challenges that has put me into the realm of where I'm going into now with the quotes is I got into a car accident. And at the time, the brakes wasn't working. Nothing else about the tickets. I had tickets and things like that, and I hit a gentleman. And when I had that wreck with that gentleman, he could have came out and verbally destroyed me if he chose to. He could have reported me, and I could have went to jail. But I honestly say he didn't call the police. The gentleman said to me, he said, "There's no bad months, there's no bad days, there's only bad moments." And he said the quote of the author that it came from, and that changed my life. And he said, young man, go ahead and move forward. Go ahead and go back. You look like you're in a rush. Things are bad. Go ahead and go. He let me go. Didn't call the police. And so guess what? 9 months later, I closed my first few deals, made over 30 grand, and I haven't looked back since then.
Man, look.
Yeah.
So I've got to put a fork in this right here. And this is the reason why, for those that are watching us right now, I want to make sure y'all understand what just transpired. Not just the accident, but I caught on something before the accident. This man has been through the grind. He's been at the bottom. He's had to work and sacrifice. He's had his home taken away from him. He's had job opportunities disappear because he's coming out of college, and other people are looking for jobs that's twice his age, has 3 times the experience. So you're finding this man in a situation of hardship, and unfortunately, anytime you press something long enough, that's how you build a diamond. You build these things out of all this pressure that you continue to take. Eventually, you come out of that like a phoenix out of the ash. And that's the thing I caught on to. Because a lot of people think that road is just smooth and paved.
It's going to be
and
easy.
whatever. But you don't understand that when you're going through some things, it's those things you go through. That's what really makes the person you are.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hearing. Every time you open your mouth on this mic, that's all I hear is, I've been through hardships and I've come out of them. And they have made me better.
Grandma. Because I'm guessing some of this came
Talk
from
about
grandma.
it.
Because grandma probably tell you if it ain't hard, it ain't worth having.
Yeah.
If it's easy, you don't want it.
Indeed.
And what I believe also is, I'm a firm believer in, the bigger the breakdown, the bigger the breakthrough.
Mm.
And I feel like
Add
you
it to the book.
Let me add my percentage on top of that, Larry. Now.
I'm just saying that I might have to get that one. I'm gonna give you that credit under that KG.
I'm gonna put it in my book, Larry. I'm gonna put it in my book. Y'all heard it here first, okay? Start of masters. No, I'll just play it. But I think that what you just said was so profound, because it also speaks to your character. What Gary was just, that was his preface of what he just said. It's your character, man. So talk about your character. Peel the onion back for us a little bit more in terms of, I already know you faced some additional hardships.
Yeah.
Like that probably was just, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg for you. So talk about that most deepest moment where you're like, man, I've never been hit like this before. And how did you climb out of it? How did you become and groom yourself to know what, I'm gonna take this as a learning opportunity. I'm gonna take this as a learning experience.
So, and I'm coming from an entrepreneur standpoint with this. One of the things that I found after I got this real estate company going and started to build this business, we ran into a down market. We may remember 07,
the Great Recession,
the Great
2008,
right?
Yes.
Let's not talk about it.
Wow, I just has a stretch on that one.
Yeah, it was
that
real.
was an impactful moment, and the reason why I say that is because I have just branched out on my own. I just started a company at the time. It was called Brook Star Properties, and starting this company at that time was bad. So I invest $30,000 in the office space, G, that you helped me set up, and I invested this money thinking, hey, you know what? I'm gonna build this business. I'm gonna go get realtors, and I'm gonna be this great real estate company. Well, guess what? When the market busted, lenders was getting out, homeowners was getting out. I was the only one staying in, seemed like it. But what came out of that is, so that was one of the most challenging moments of losing money and not knowing what direction I was going to go into, because this is the only thing I'd had ever known for the first 2 years. And so what I was lucky enough to get from it is that myself and my business partner in real estate, Michael G. Davis, he was in real estate as well. So he used to have masterminds where we just shared ideas on what was working in our independent businesses. Well, his office space was not too far from where I just purchased. His lease was up, and I had an opportunity of asking him, hey, bring your team, come share this space with me for a year, help me pay some of these bills, in other words. Then we'll just see where we can go from there, see if this industry has came back. But what we found at that time is that he and I were equally yoked. We found something that we were able to be the yin and the yang of each other. And we found our secret to being able to take this real estate game, still not go get a job, focus on real estate, just change up the business, right? Find a way to take that entrepreneur spirit that we had and just, refocus it. And so we were able to do that together. We formed Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm in '08, and we've
Nice.
been together and growing ever since then. So that challenge was
Fire.
rocky, but we got through it.
Boy,
Yes,
it's so much on fire the way it talked about. I mean, just in the short 15 minutes, we talked about eviction. We talked about not having a job, salary.
We talked about cool cups.
We talked about cool cups,
Keep it a
25
buck.
cents. That 25 cents
Man,
gets you
look.
going.
Hey.
Yeah.
But the question is, you also figured out, like, you hedged your bet and said, you know what? I'm looking a year away. I'm looking down the road.
Yeah.
I can't maintain this office in a year because financially, it wouldn't be fiscally responsible for me to do so.
That's right.
Speaking of fiscally responsible, and you want to get those dollars and those cents right.
I see you.
This portion of the show is sponsored by my good friends at the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of all adults say that they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of those statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today, like right now, at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And I know that to be a fact. You know why, G?
What's up?
Because they're my financial advisors.
There it is.
And my mother-in-law and my wife. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
Call my peeps.
Keep your money right. So let's talk about Brooks and Davis. Let's talk about what you all provide. Let's talk about what that foundation looks like today. What if someone calls the real estate king, Mr.
Yeah.
Larry Brooks? I want to keep branding you. I'm going to keep the branding going.
I like it.
What should someone expect from you today?
You know, my main focus now is really customer service. You know,
Okay.
a lot of times people forget that because of the income level of a real estate agency or brokerage firm, that we're still customer service based. Yeah, you don't tip us when we do our great job for you, but the thing that we take away from it is that we provide you with ultimate customer service. So the biggest thing about Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, we train our huge team now in order to do so. So over the last year or so, we've grown from 12 agents to 50 agents, and so
Whoa.
with that, yeah. So
You
with
say in a
that-
year.
In a year. And so with that growth, we've had an opportunity of branding and coaching people about customer service. So one of the biggest things where we understand that you got to go wide to keep your business alive or it'll die, but we do truly believe in customer service.
Is that in the book?
I need to slide that one in there. I
You
just
need to put that one in the book.
Like, why to die?
Come on.
He keeps
Why to
Come
die?
on, Larry.
Why to die? I believe in it.
You
Yeah.
I'm curious because I'm always fascinated when people can grow an exponential rate in 1 year. You went from 12 to 50.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you had to have some things on rinse and repeat in order for you to get 12 agents and then 13 and then 30 and then 50. Like, what are you and your partner, Mr. Davis, doing every single day that's on rinse and repeat so you can keep your arms around these 50 agents to make sure they're delivering that exceptional customer service and get that referral? Because that's your tip, right?
That's right. That's our tip. That tip is the referral. And so we're systematic, right? So my business partner, Michael, is a engineer by trade. He graduated cum laude from Prairie View as an engineer, went to school and did the engineer thing for a few years and found that it wasn't for him. So he allowed me to take some of those skill sets that he learned as a person that like putting systems in place and take my vision, and he's able to put take my vision and put those into systems that allow our business to grow. So we really believe a lot in personal development, and as well as development in our business. So you'll find that if you ever follow me, that I travel a lot when it comes to not just fun and leisure, but work as well as personal development. So a year ago, me and Mike took a trip on a personal development trip. It was dealing with real estate, and we found our gems, our nuggets that would allow our brokerage firm to grow at a rate to where we're training our agents to be smart, successful, and to go out and gain new business themselves. Yeah. So that's the thing that we took away from that. And from that, January of 2016, we started out with 12. By December of 2016, we had 50 agents.
Wow.
So
Great growth, man. It speaks to the power of wanting more, of desiring more.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, it's that bounce back when you've been down through the trenches. It's you understand where that bottom is, and now you've got all this pressure, all the ability to just leap forward and continue to move, man, to the stars. And that's what y'all are doing for Facebook Live. I hope y'all are you peering to the stars? Where's your gaze at? What are you looking for out of life? Hit us up. Shoot us an email, startupmasters@thesphere.tv, or hit us on social media anywhere at the Sphere TV, #startupmasters. We want to know, do you understand what the real estate king is telling you right now? Do you understand what building a business, an empire is truly about? And what I want to say is, of course, thank you so much to Faith. We see you, Jada. We see you, Jesse, Gerald Brown. What's up, Gerald? We appreciate you, brother. We see the people hopping in, Natasha. We're going to hop off of Facebook Live right now, but we want to make sure you do a couple of things. First and foremost, make sure you go subscribe so you can get the full episode. Go over to thesphere.tv/Startup Masters. There you're going to see 4 buttons. You'll see your iTunes, your Google Play Music. You'll see your SoundCloud as well as your Stitcher for the techie folks. Make sure you go there, subscribe so you can get the full episode. While you're there, review us. Hit the review button, hit those stars, leave us a comment, give us that constructive criticism. We want to know how we're doing. Help us help you with a better show by giving us that constructive criticism. Also, make sure you share and share alike. Like we said at the beginning, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your colleagues, your haters, anybody. Share this out. Make sure people get the content and they understand that we are here to empower them. And if you love what we're doing here, go over to our website and hit the donate link. That's at thesphere.tv/donate. You can do a single donation, or you can donate via Patreon and become a monthly subscriber. So you can drop in $2, $3, $5 a month. That way you ensure that we're continuing to build over here and bring you better content. Once again, this show will be up later. Make sure you're subscribed so you can get the rest of it. We're going to sign off on Facebook. So, Larry, let's keep the party rolling, my brother. So obviously 50 plus agents, big firm is there, the name is there, the recognition, the glitz, the glamour, the lights are there. But what's that X factor about you and your partner that makes the firm, makes this company so much bigger than life? What is that?
You know what? Man, that's a good question. I think that the thing that stands out the most between myself and Mike is that we're owning independent brands. And so because we're a brokerage firm that's headed by 2 independent brands as well as brokers, it makes a huge difference when it comes to our customer service, the trust, the loyalty of people seeing it. So you may see me as the person that's always out, because I like going out. And so I'm always out. My energy is always out networking. But Michael has those powerful circle of influences that he's sitting at the table with on a consistent basis that are pouring into our business on the back end. He sits on a lot of our current boards, a lot of nonprofit boards and things like that. I sit on a share of them myself, but Mike sits on more of them. And so because we have that yin and yang, that allow us to be that secret thing that everyone can't wrap their arm around, right?
Leave them like scratching their head.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can't figure it out.
Yeah. And we share the same vision with our beliefs in God. We both share the same vision, and we share and like you mentioned earlier, I recently published my very first book, and we share a lot of the visions of the energy that I put into it. A lot of quotes that I have are quotes that we have just around the office. These are things that we have pent up that we saying, hey, say that to yourself when you're feeling like that cold call not going the way you need it to, or that you're not receiving the information back from a seller that you're working with. So these are things that we point out around the office to our staff and our agents.
Nice, man. Empowering quotes for the entrepreneur in you came out just this past February, man. So if someone's purchasing this book, what can they expect to see inside? Obviously, we won't get too much away, but what's the overall gist? How should they feel coming out of this?
Yeah. So the ideal behind it was, after having an opportunity to sit in front of so many different individuals as we were growing our real estate firm, I saw what more people were missing, and what they were missing was the words, the right type of words, the vision. You know, we take in a lot of the things that we believe in through our vision, through what we see, through what it is that we say, and then what we hear, our senses. And so what I thought about is, we could go on and we could try to find little catchy things on Instagram. But what happens is when we go on Instagram, we get caught up with Bobby Sue, what Aunt Williams got going on at the home, all of those different distractions, and then they forget the message, right? So what I decided to do is put something on paper that you can tear out, stick it here, stick it there, and just have something that you can grow with, something tangible, as they say. So putting something in front of people that's tangible, that you can take away with you, is what you'll really find inside of this book. It's a secret, but it got you.
That's what's up, man.
You know what's dope about this book too?
Talk about it.
Is I'm just flipping through. I'm perusing through the book.
I flipped through it numerous times. My copy's sitting right here on the shelf.
Yes, sir.
It sure is, and I need to make sure I order mine tonight.
Yep.
Because it's inclusive. Like, it's not just all about Larry W. Brooks.
That's correct. That's correct.
There's Taylor Swift for the Swifties out there.
Yeah.
There's something on Paul Graham, Eleanor Roosevelt. Like, it's inclusive. Like, everybody, there's no discrimination when it comes to this book.
Not at all. It is not set up for...
It's for humanity.
It's for humanity. And the thing is because we all need that positive information. I like to tell people, and I've heard Zig Ziglar say this. Zig Ziglar says, you know, on a daily basis, we come across negative information, and we need to put positive stuff inside of us. This book is that positive information that you need to put into you daily. You know, if you take a shower or you bathe daily, you cleaning off the dirt that you've came in contact with. So we got to clean off some of the negative vibes that we come in contact with as well.
I feel that.
So this is a great way of doing it.
Say that again.
Yeah, for real. So let me ask you this. Because you're giving so much of self, whether it's in the real estate firm, also into the book to empower people, what are you then doing for self? When you break away from all of that, what are you doing for Larry W. Brooks? What's happening internally so you can recharge those batteries, so you can be the best you can be?
Wow. Great example. I have a 11-year-old son that loves me more than life itself, right? And so
dope,
whenever
man.
I need that relief, I call that guy, or me and that guy go hang out. He loves watching movies just like I love him. I play games with him because that's his thing.
Yeah.
And I recently started a collection of remote control cars, large remote control cars, simply because when I was a kid, I always seen them on TV, but I never had an opportunity of owning one. So now I got like 8 or 9 of them, and I'm just collecting. Whenever I see ones that I like, I'm going to get. Yeah. Because in my days, we had things like Bigfoot that were like real popular cars, and so now I have a collection of them. So we enjoy rolling those around. So for me, that's my piece, just kind of sharing time with that gentleman. And it's been good to me. Yeah. Right. So we get to build together, and then he gets to see. He gets to see a powerful male role model that is easy. So he doesn't have to see the challenges that I went to. He get to see all the positive and the highlights of life.
Yeah.
So it's been
that
fun.
motivates him. Like you said,
Totally.
that you're building something there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're sowing seeds into something. You're building this foundation for him to, you know, if not take over your empire, build his own empire at one point.
That's right.
You know, and that's important. It's important for those that are watching right now, for those that are tuned in. You sit on your couch, you're watching this via Apple TV. You know, building your empire, building that foundation by sowing into other people is so important. Understand that. Plus, if you're a business owner and you want to build, we've got an avenue for you to do that right here at the Sphere. So, are you looking to start your business, or are you looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So tell me this, man. We done talked about where you're at. We've talked about how you got there, these steps. We've talked about how you pull away. We talked about what's the X factor for the business. What we want to talk about now is where the business is headed in the future.
Oh, yeah.
5, 10, 20 years from now, when your son's a grown man, when he's your age, what is this Brooks and Davis real estate firm going to look like? What is this empowering quotes? What is this going to look like for everyone around the world, Larry? Talk to us, man.
Wow. So, I've started building out my exit strategy when it comes to real estate, right? And so my plan on that is you go wide or your company will die. So we're in the process of going wide to make sure that the company is there. And it's not to say that my kids or my kids ever have to be a part of it. They could have someone else run it and just get dividends off of it. That's fine with us because we have it structured in such a way. We look forward to growing into different cities. And so as we've mastered our market here, we have a number that we've put our finger on that will allow our company to never go away once we hit that number. And then we're going to branch into other Texas markets. And then if we feel like Texas isn't doing us the justice and not giving us as much as we think we should do when it comes to customer service, we'll go into other markets as well. The empowering quote thing, I do see myself starting having another book come out soon. Not this year, but probably in a future year.
Something you already working on?
Yeah, something I'm working on. And of course, the book has put me in an opportunity where I'm doing more coaching with other entrepreneurs. It's giving me a chance to do more public speaking. And so I've had a lot of public speaking engagements, everything from teaching engagements where I'm educating, as well as just having an opportunity to just really be a motivational speaker because of some of the challenges that I have had in my past. So those are some of the stages that we're currently going through. I know Mike is working on he's actually finishing up a project where he's going to be doing more life coaching. And so that's something that he's working on. So Brooks and Davis has afforded us the opportunity or be the vehicle to allow us to spread out and do whatever it is that our hearts desire or that we've always envisioned ourselves doing.
Love it. And
that's the beauty of it, right?
It is.
You can create your own destiny. You can be the author of the book, and if you don't like what the chapter is looking like, you can just rewrite it.
Man, it's funny because I remember as a kid growing up at GSCH, and people would say, "Oh, you can be whatever you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up." But from what I saw, that was not the case. You was boxed in. But literally, when I go and speak at schools now to kids, I truly believe that you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up.
Yeah,
right?
and it's important because they see you, and you're a living example of what that looks like.
Yeah.
Gary is a living example of what someone operating in the tech space is.
Yeah,
tangible.
Tangible.
Yep. Tangible. That's
tangible.
right. That's right.
I'm the only person on my team that looks like me.
Wow.
So, I mean, we're just the example for our youth. So what's the example are you setting out there, right? What are you doing? What are you instilling in our community so that we can build and grow together? Because it's not just about you. It's about all of us. It's about our legacy. We got Mr. Baby Brooks on the line over here, right?
That's right.
Now, you got a lot going on. You talked about expanding. You're building with the end in mind. You're working backwards. You got the book. You got another book coming out.
Dividends.
Did you catch that? I'm like, is it going to be an IPO? Will it be an IPO? Do I need to know what the handle's going to be?
You got some working going on.
I heard that.
You're going to be busy, which means you're going to be tired. And I'm interested in knowing, and our viewers are probably itching to understand, well, how does he make time for himself? Oprah calls it zone. Shonda Rhimes, for my Scandal fans out there, refer to it as flow. I personally call it your juju. So how are you recharging these batteries so you can protect that creative space so you can get that 5, 10, 20-year plan in place?
I love to travel. And so what I found through traveling is that I sleep on my flights, right? And so what I do when I'm sleeping on my flights is it gives me an opportunity to recharge. But not only that, when I get to my destination, I'm a people watcher. So whenever someone asks you what's unique about me, I have 2 unique things. I enjoy wrapping pennies. I'm not taking them to the store. I'm going to wrap them myself with my own hands. I got that from my grandmother. No corn store for me. And then I'm a people watcher, right? So I watch the tendency of other people. I watch the vision of what other people go. I try to guess those things. And so since that's a habit, since that is a hobby that I enjoy doing, it's really my chance to relax, right? And then a lot of my visions or a lot of things that come to me are when I'm kind of just relaxed and watching other people go about their lives. So I may be sitting at a Starbucks. If I'm in Costa Rica, I may be sitting and just watching the locals that are doing things that they don't even know that is something that's very creative that could get them paid a large amount of money in the States. But that I see and I'm like, okay, I like that. Let me find a way to tweak that, and I could bring that or introduce that or have that as a speaking point when I'm talking to people.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just going through traveling to different states, so even outside of the country, and just finding my opportunity to just not think about what it is that I have to do. Yeah,
That's amazing. It's amazing that we hear a very consistent theme from successful individuals, and it's breaking away from reality, doing something that you love to do, and it always sows back into you and your business. That creative space, giving you back that flow, that zone, that juju, because it's so important. We often get so caught up in working in our business that we can't work on our business. And once we break away from it, that's when that next level idea hits you. That's when you really take yourself up, and you're taking that step up to that putting yourself on that pedestal, when you're pushed away from the constant grind of the daily push of business and life.
I agree.
I love that, man. Didn't know that about the pennies. We're gonna have to have a conversation, man. I need to figure out what's going on.
That's my
you got
thing.
a house full of
pennies.
Wrap pennies
Probably
everywhere,
got
man.
$10,000 sitting up in wrap pennies.
Yeah, that's okay. We all save in a different way,
Right.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So, based on all that, based on the things that you've been through, based on the things that you've seen, what are some of those core common principles, those things that you would give back to somebody and say, hey, based on what I've been through in life, these are things that someone out there that's building a business, things that they need to look out for, things that they need to watch out for?
Wow. I really truly believe when it comes to business that you got to build yourself around people that you can trust. People have been in any industry, regardless of what it is. People is a strong strategy to have around you. So, one of the things that I always try to give away or talk to people about is just building a circle of influence around you. You are with the statement about you're going to be with your top 5 friends are. It's so true. So whatever you can do to make sure that you're around like-minded people, that's the first golden nugget that I'm going to give you. Get around like-minded people. And so when I say that, let me give you an idea of what that looks like. Either whatever business you're creating or starting, get in a circle, join an organization that's focused on those businesses growing or providing a service for them. If you don't have that in your business, join a network marketing organization. You want to be around happy people that talk about winning all the time. Yeah. You go into a network marketing room, they always winning, and it's a crazy thing, but it's beautiful because now you're around energetic people that want to do better in life. Yeah. So if your industry doesn't give you something, join one of those. Now, I'm not a part of one, so I'm not pushing any particular one, but I'm just saying that you should have people around you that's going to be feeding life into you.
It's contagious.
Contagious.
Very.
And that's so I would say most definitely, do that. And always understand that your business is going to, whatever it is, it's going to still be customer service driven. So you're going to you need to be ready to have contact. It's contact sport.
Relationship currency.
Relationship currency. Man, we always have a way of bringing that thing into it, right?
Yeah, so it's the center of so many things. Making those personal relationships with people and having that customer service spirit because you're providing a service.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else is dope about that? It's contagious. Just like a good smile. Speaking of, this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental awareness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure you're comfortable. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713 888-789-8680, and I'm almost certain that it says you say the sphere and you receive 10% off.
10%.
So nothing beats 10% off.
Hey, nothing beats that, man. Save that money.
That smile is important.
That smile is important.
Yep.
And I'm also curious about importance. We already brought it up. But what's important to you in terms of success? Like, what does that look like? What are you building your legacy upon? What if someone said Larry is successful because, what will you fill in the blank with?
You know, believe it or not, I'm in a service. My entire life has been devoted to service. And so when someone says that at the end, I want them to say, and he always believed in giving us a great smile and providing great customer service and being honest. Like at the end of the day, if nothing else, his word, as they say, has always been his bond. So for me, I need you to know that my word has been important to me. So at the end, when you say Larry provides great customer service and his word is guaranteed. So my word has always been what I built everything off of. And so customer service is what I do. Helping people is what I enjoy doing. So, you know, if I could go out and say I want to help 1 million people be successful in any direction, if that's getting into a real estate career, if that's changing their entrepreneurship dreams, if that's just building within the business that they're currently in and they just want to be at the top of that food chain or at the top of that industry, I want to help you get there. I want to help people. That's what I want to do.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Man.
And you know what's so funny? No one ever sits in his seat and says money.
Yeah.
Like never. For those of you who are loyal startup masters, no one ever says it, right?
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
something to be said.
People need to take note of that, and we say it time and time again. You become an entrepreneur as a position to service others. It's not to service self. Now that's a byproduct. You can become wealthy, you can become rich, whatever you want to be. You can become middle income. I mean, whatever you want to be, you can become. But those are byproducts. As long as you put other people first, everything else will come.
I agree.
Everything else will come, man.
Yeah, well.
I agree.
Larry W. Brooks.
Don't forget that W.
Man, oh
What's
man.
that W stand for, Larry?
I would do anything for you. Nah, that's it's Williams. No, Wayne. I never say it out loud. I just Larry W.
Just the
Brooks.
W.
Yeah, because I actually picked it up from my business partner, Michael G. Davis. He used to, when I met this young man, he would always say, "Hey, Michael G. Davis," and people just really remembered his name. So I was like, you know what, Larry W. Brooks. And then what I found is that people remembered that more than Larry. They remembered it more than Brooks. They remember Larry W. Brooks. They say it as one word, and I say it to them as one word, and it works.
Brandon. Okay, it is. Empowering quotes.
Come on.
For the entrepreneur in you. The man of the hour.
Come on, G.
You know what I'm saying? This is the man of the hour here.
Hit the real estate king with it.
Davis and is it Brooks and Davis or Davis and Brooks?
It's Brooks and Davis.
Brooks and Davis real estate firm. Brooks and Davis. What happens if Davis leaves? What happens if the name falls down? What happens if the business erodes? What happens if the book never sells, never existed, it vanishes off the shelves, never to be heard of again? What happens if every contact you've built has been eradicated and decimated? What happens if all of those things are gone, but you've still got the knowledge, and we decide to slide you $1,000?
Okay.
Let us know how you would rebuild your empire based on everything that you've been through, everything that you've known. What would you do differently to come back on top?
Wow. So my 16 years of this industry of being an entrepreneur has given me a lot of guidance, right? So I would take that $1,000. I would take that $1,000. I'd take 300 of it and buy me about 10,000 business cards. Now the rest of it, my other 700, I'm gonna put that in an account that's gonna allow me to do. That's going to allow me to attend events, right? So what I understand about custom people is, and being in the service industry, I need to talk to people. I need everyone to know my name when I walk into the business. So I'm going to go back to my grassroots, which is I'm hitting 2 events a day, 6 days a week. 7 days, because I'm going to church hitting up people too, right? So I'm making sure that everyone has my business card. They know what it is that I do. And what I found from that is any business, anything in life is a numbers game, right?
Sure.
You reach out to enough people and you'll find the success rate that you're looking for. And so for me, I'm gonna take my 10,000 business cards and I'm gonna take my knowledge of what I know works, and I'm gonna go shake the hands and meet all of the right people. Me and my Me and my best friend when I first got into real estate. You remember John Romar?
Oh yeah.
So we used to have this thing that we called the big palm.
Yeah.
And that big palm was powerful because I watched that gentleman use it and get some of the biggest deals ever. Matter of fact, one deal he got was like $40,000, and that's what really jumped me full head into real estate because I had never seen nothing like that. Like you're making $40,000, and most people don't make that in a year at that time.
Right. That's
and
real.
So, but we had this one thing that was called a big palm. If you shook the right hand, it took you all the places you need to go. So I believe in shaking the right hands. And so for me, my volume would be built in relationships, people that's going to put me in a place to help other people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Strategic.
Yeah.
On point. Precise.
All about that strategy.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And so, relationship currency.
Yeah.
That's what it keeps coming back to.
Hashtag that bad boy. I need to put that on a T-shirt.
You need to.
I don't know why I'm
I do
doing
like
it.
that.
I'm waiting on one.
I know.
I
What's
will
wrong
buy
with me? What's wrong with me?
We'll buy it.
I got the
That's a good
press.
one.
Man, Mr. Brooks, Larry W. Brooks, one word. I gotta say it.
One word. Don't pause.
One word. With everything that you've told us, with everything that you shared, my brother, I would like to officially coin you, sir,
Okay.
a startup master.
Thank you.
man, thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
I like
Thank
that.
you,
I like
brother.
that. Thank you.
We want to say from the bottom of the hearts, once again, man, thank you so much for the gems. You've said so much that I hope those that are watching right now, those that are listening right now, have been empowered by things that should take your business to the next level. And of course, if you need more of that, Larry, let the people know where they can reach you, where they can get your book, and where they can get to the Real Estate King.
Yes, sir. So my handle on Instagram is at TexasRealEstateKing.com. I'm sorry, at Texas Real Estate King. If you go on there, you'll be able to click on photos that'll send you directly to websites and other things that I'm doing and that I've got going on in the community. As well as that, the website for Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, where you'll find the best customer service, the best realtors in the industry in the Texas area, is www.brooksanddavis.com. That's our website. And so feel free to come through, navigate it if you have any questions. And on every social media platform, again, it's Texas Real Estate King. You can also find me on Facebook at Larry W. Brooks.
There it is, my
One
brother.
word.
One word.
One word. I like that. One word. KG, where can they reach you at?
Good peeps, you can catch me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook at KOG Speaks. I also do a pretty cool, neat recap. So if you want to check it out, follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and then I'll get it and share that with you as well. G, don't you do it.
We'll see what happens. And of course, first and foremost, hit us up. Startupmasters at thesphere.tv. Shoot us an email if you got any questions about anything you've heard today or on any of our other shows. And of course, you can hit us on social media at The Sphere TV. #StartupMasters. We're here for you. We want to know what you think. Give us that insight. Give us that feedback on the show. And of course, if you want to make sure you stay up to date on all the episodes, subscribe. iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and Stitcher for our tech folks. Also share it out with all your friends, family, colleagues, anyone and everyone. If you need to reach me directly, I'm available on all your social media, past, present, and future, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat.
That's it.
What up?
I think it's on the counter out there.
I'm going to find him. I'm going to personally find it.
Surely.
And I'm shutting it down.
Napster. You might find me anywhere.
Napster?
I mean, I may just
You
throw
went
it out.
back.
I may go back. Once again, another great episode of Startup Masters. We will see you all next time. Take care.
Peace.